welcome back to my channel. Today I have for you a fall inspired look using cranberry tones and gold tones, and I also did something new with my channel that I have never attempted, and it's completely out of my comfort zone. I actually did a double wing liner. As you can see, I thought it came out really beautiful. I've never done anything like this, but I wanted to do something different. I thought this came out really nice, and I'm actually obsessed with this look. It's so beautiful. And now if you would like to see how I got this look, then just keep on watching. And for those of you who are new to my channel, thank you for watching, and don't forget to hit that little red button down below to be subscribed to my channel. I'm starting off by priming my eyes with the Urban Decay Primer Potion. This is the original version. I really like it because it makes my eyes a lot more pigmented and makes my eyeshadows last a lot longer. Next, I'm going in with the Killer Palette from Jeffree Star. I'm going in with the color Courtney and a Morphe 504 brush. For my crease, I'm going in with the ABH Modern Renaissance palette, and I'm going in with the color Red Ochre and a Morphe M504 brush, and I'm buffing this color really well. Then I'm going in with the color Cypress Umber and a Morphe M330 brush. Then I'm actually buffing it with the same brush that I used previously, which is the M504 brush, making sure it's nice and blended. To make my eyeshadow pop even more, I'm going in with the Laura Mercier Gilded Gold Caviar stick, and I'm applying it only to the center of my eyelids. For eyeshadow, I'm applying the Rich Bitch eyeshadow in the Jeffree Star Killer Palette, and I'm applying it with a Sigma eye shader brush, which is the E55 brush. And I'm making sure I only stay in the center of my eyelid. Next, I'm blending it out with a Morphe 504 brush with no additional product. For wing liner, I'm using the Ofra Cosmetics liquid lipstick in the color Hipno. This is a collaboration with Manny MUA, and I'm also using a Morphe M160 brush. Moving on to the eyebrows, I apply the Anastasia Beverly Hills dipbrow pomade in the color Ebony. I started by outlining the bottom part, then slowly started filling in the top part and filling in the rest of my eyebrow. Then I actually brushed it out with any spoolie I had. Then I actually went ahead and filled in the rest of the parts that needed a little bit more filling. I used any concealer I had to clean up any harsh lines I actually had, and I blended out with my finger and then with a Morphe M504 brush. To set my eyebrows, I used the Brow Gal Clear Brow Gel, and this one helped me set my eyebrows and keep them in place. For primer, I use my favorite primer, which is a Smashbox Photo Finish Primer. Then for foundation, I use a Too Faced Born This Way foundation, and you guys know I'm in the color Sand. I applied it with my finger, then I blended it out with a Morphe M439 brush. I really buffed this foundation into my skin, and I paid really close attention to my T-zone. To highlight my face, I use the Cover FX Contour Palette. I use the number 1 shade to highlight my face with the Cover FX brush as well. Then to contour my face, actually just bronze my face, I use the number 4 shade with the same Cover FX brush, and I actually applied it under my cheekbones, on the sides of my forehead, on my forehead, and under my chin to make my chin a little bit thinner. Then I applied a little bit of the number 2 shade under my cheekbones, and I blended it out with my damp beauty blender. I started off by blending the number 4 shade. I blended out my forehead really well. I actually blended it, buffing it like upwards. Then I actually started blending the lighter shade, which is the shade number 1, and number 2, the one that was under my cheekbones and on my forehead, and then also on the bridge of my nose. Next, to blend my under eye, I use my new Sigma Baking and Strobing set. I use the F79 brush, which is the concealer blending kabuki. I actually moistened it with with the MAC Fix Plus to make it a lot easier for me to blend this out. Then I actually applied a little bit of the number 4 Cover FX Contour, and I blended it out with my damp beauty blender. To highlight my face even more, I used the Naked Skin Concealer in the color Light with my Sigma Concealer Blend Kabuki, which is the F79. I blended it out, and I also moistened it with a MAC Fix Plus like I did previously. Next, to set my under eye, I use the Coty Air Spun Loose Powder. I use the same brush, which is the Concealer Blend Kabuki, which is the F79, to set the under eye. Then I wanted to pack even more powder, and I used the Sigma Baked Kabuki, which is the F89. I really packed it, and I also packed it under my eyes. Then I used a Morphe powder brush to remove the rest of the powder. Next, to contour my nose, I use the Sigma Baked Precision brush, which is the P89 brush. I use the Benefit Hoola bronzer from the Chikathon palette. To highlight my cheekbones, I use the Sigma Powder Sweeper brush, which is the F06 brush, and I use the Kathleen Lights Times Makeup Geek collaboration, and I use the color Nightlight, which is such a beautiful color. I also applied it on the sides of my forehead, and as you guys know, then I decided to use the Sigma Strobing Fan Brush, which is the F42. I applied it on the bridge of my nose, my cupid's bow, my brow bone, and my tear duct area. To bronze my face, I use the Sigma Large Angle Contour Brush, which is the F40. I use the Hoola bronzer, which is from the Benefit Chikathon palette. Next, for blush, I use the Benefit Dandelion blush from the Chikathon palette with a Tarte blush brush. For the lower lash line, I applied the ABH Modern Renaissance palette burnt orange color with the Morphe 330 brush. To find my lower lash line, I use the Sigma Flat Definer brush, which is the E15 brush. I use the color Cypress Umber from the ABH Modern Renaissance palette. Then with that same Sigma Flat Definer brush, which is the E15 blush, I did apply the color Rich Bitch from the Jeffree Star Killer palette on the lower lash line. I lost the footage where I applied the Too Faced sketch marker in the color Black for the black wing liner, and also the Urban Decay 24/7 Perversion black eyeliner. I applied it to my waterline and also to tightline. I also applied the Morphe Falsies in the style number 16. Finally, for the lips, I used the Ofra Cosmetics liquid lipstick, and this is in the color Hipno, which is a collaboration with Manny MUA. That was everything for today. Thumbs up this video for more videos like this. I'll leave all the details of everything I used down in the description box below. Don't forget to leave your comments of what you guys would like to see in future fall tutorials, and I love you guys and see you guys next time. Mwah.